7 signs. He's falling for you, not just attracted. Have you ever wondered whether someone is genuinely falling in love with you, or if they're simply attracted to you? Those two things often look very similar in the beginning. Physical attraction creates excitement. Love creates emotional investment. Many people mistake chemistry for commitment, and that's why they end up confused when someone's behavior suddenly changes. Today, I'm going to show you 7 behavioral signs that psychologists often associate with genuine emotional investment. These aren't magical guarantees, and no single sign proves someone is in love. But when several of these appear consistently over time, they usually reveal a much deeper emotional connection. Let's begin. Sign 1. He remembers the little things. One of the strongest indicators that someone is emotionally invested is their ability to remember seemingly unimportant details. Maybe you casually mentioned your favorite coffee. Maybe you told him about an exam, a stressful meeting, or a childhood memory. Weeks later, he brings it up without being reminded. Why does this matter? Because our brains naturally prioritize information connected to people who are emotionally important to us. When someone remembers the small details of your life, it usually means they weren't simply listening. They were paying attention because they genuinely cared. People who are only attracted to you often focus on the present moment. People who are falling for you start building a mental picture of who you are. That difference is significant. Sign 2, he naturally talks about the future. Listen carefully to his language. Does he say things like, "We should visit that restaurant next month. We'll watch that movie together. You'd love this place when we go." Notice the word "we." Future planning is one of the earliest behavioral signs that someone is mentally including you in their life. He isn't just enjoying today, he's imagining tomorrow. Attachment researchers often describe this as psychological future integration. In simple terms, you're becoming part of his long-term thinking. And that's very different from someone who's only interested in short-term attraction. Sign 3. His communication becomes more consistent. Many people believe that love means texting every 5 minutes. Actually, psychology suggests something different. Early attraction is usually intense but unpredictable. One day there are endless messages. The next day, silence. As emotional attachment develops, communication often becomes calmer, but much more reliable. You know you'll hear from him. He checks in, he follows through. He doesn't disappear for days without explanation. Consistency creates emotional safety. Reliability is usually a much stronger sign of genuine feelings than dramatic displays of affection. Love often looks quieter than attraction, but it's far more dependable. Sign 4. He starts introducing you to his world. Eventually, something changes. You meet his closest friends. He tells you stories about his family. He invites you to events. He shares hobbies he normally keeps private. Why is this important? Because introducing someone into your personal world requires vulnerability. He's allowing you to see parts of his identity beyond dating. Psychologists often refer to this as relationship integration. Instead of keeping different parts of life separate, he's beginning to merge them. That usually reflects increasing emotional commitment. Sign 5. He becomes curious about your inner world. Notice the types of questions he asks. Instead of only asking, "What are you doing?" he asks, "How did your presentation go? How are you feeling today? What made you smile? What are you worried about?" This shift matters. People who are only attracted to someone often focus on spending time together. People who are emotionally invested become interested in understanding the other person's thoughts, feelings, fears, and dreams. They're curious about your internal experience, not just your availability. That emotional curiosity is one of the strongest foundations of long-lasting relationships. Sign 6. He unconsciously mirrors you. This one is fascinating. Social psychologists have studied something called behavioral mirroring for decades. When two people develop emotional closeness, they often begin copying each other's body language without realizing it. He leans forward when you do. He smiles after you smile. His speaking pace gradually matches yours. Even small gestures become synchronized. This isn't something people usually fake. It's an unconscious sign that the brain is building rapport and connection. Of course, mirroring alone doesn't prove love. Salespeople and skilled communicators also use mirroring intentionally. But when it appears naturally alongside several other signs, it often reflects increasing emotional bonding. Sign 7. He protects your time and emotional energy. The final sign isn't dramatic, it's thoughtful. He notices when you're overwhelmed. He doesn't pressure you when you're stressed. He respects your schedule. He encourages you to rest. He wants your life to become easier, not more complicated. Relationship researchers often describe this as emotional attunement. Instead of only thinking about his own needs, he becomes sensitive to yours. Healthy love isn't just about receiving care, it's about giving care. When someone consistently adjusts their behavior because they genuinely want you to feel safe, respected, and supported, that's usually a strong indicator of deeper emotional investment. Final thoughts. Now here's something important. None of these signs by themselves prove that someone is falling in love. Anyone can occasionally remember your favorite drink. Anyone can mirror your body language once. Anyone can talk about next weekend. The real question isn't whether you notice one sign, it's whether you notice several of them consistently over time. Patterns matter more than isolated moments. Thoughtful. Healthy relationships are built on repeated behaviors, not occasional grand gestures. So if you consistently observe 3, 4, or even more of these signs, there's a good chance that what you're seeing is more than simple attraction. It's emotional investment. If you'd like an easy way to evaluate these behaviors, I've created a free behavioral alignment checklist that summarizes all 7 signs. Explains the psychology behind each one, and includes a printable scoring sheet. You'll find the download link in the description below. And if you enjoy evidence-based relationship psychology, attraction science, and practical insights into human behavior, consider subscribing to Mind and Attraction. New videos are published regularly to help you better understand relationships, emotions, and the psychology behind human connection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.